Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you people are doing great in your life. Due to this COVID second wave, my city is completely locked down and very much restricted, because of which I am unable to visit my farm to provide you the update of my current culture. Somehow I managed to came today to my farm, and in this video I am going to share all of the information that you people are looking for. So please watch this video till the end. If you are following my channel for some time, then you must be knowing that recently I have started a new project that is Vietnamese shrimp farming using fresh water in a bifloc system in an open pond. The pond capacity is 10 lakh liter. I have started this project 2 months back, and today is the 60th day of the culture. And in this video I am going to share the current growth of my Vietnamese shrimp in the bifloc system. Along with that, I'll be answering all of your queries that you have asked in the comment section of my previous video. So please don't skip it, watch it till the end. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing it, so that whenever I'm going to publish any new piece of content on my channel, you will be notified and you can easily access those content. Friends, these are the 4 topics which I'm going to discuss today in this video. The first one is the 68-day growth update of the Vietnamese shrimp culture. Second one is the water parameters of this pond. Third one is the project costing, how much money actually invested in this project. And the fourth one is your question that you have asked in my previous video comment section, which I am going to answer it today in this video. Alright, so without any further delay, let's start with the first one, that is 68-day growth of the Vietnamese shrimp culture. If you are watching this video for the first time, I would request you to watch my previous video, so that you will have complete information about my new project. So anyways, let me share a few information about this project. I have started this project on 10th of May 2021. First I stock all the shrimps in the nursery, and I grew them for 3 weeks over there. So once they grown up around 1 to 2 grams, then I shifted them to my new bifloc 10 lakh liter bifloc open pond. So this is my new project. This is the first time I'm doing in the open area, and this is a completely new experience for me. And each and every information, each experience that I am having in this project, I'll be sharing in my community, in my channel, so that in future if you are planning such projects, so that is definitely going to help you out. So this is my 10 lakh liter open pond, and the area of this pond is roughly 10,000 square feet area. And now I'm going to catch few shrimps, and I will do the measurement and their body weight, what is the body weight after shifting them from nursery to this open pond. So at the time of shifting, the average weight of body weight of the shrimps were roughly within 1 to 2 grams. And now is the 60th day of the culture, and we'll see the current growth of the Vietnamese shrimps. So far we do not have much issues, operational issues growing in the open pond. In fact, growing in the open pond is very much easier than growing in the small tanks. So you can see it here. These are the Vietnamese shrimps, and these are very much active, and so far absolutely no mortality we have observed in this tank, and not even a single piece we see in the check tray. So you can see it here. So this is the current growth after 60th day of the culture, and roughly you can see it comes around 10 grams roughly. We put roughly 10 pieces of the Vietnamese shrimps, and average weight of each shrimps is roughly 10 grams. So after 60th day of the culture, the shrimp growth, their body growth is you can consider the 10 gram, which is not bad. And there are many shrimps also. There will be size variations, so we'll catch few shrimps also. I'll show you. Even there are shrimps which body weight is more than 20 grams. So there will be some variations, because during this feed distribution, some of the shrimps, they will be on the center, they will not come to the side to take the feed. So we are giving the feed on the side, not exactly on the center of the pond. So at the moment it's not possible, so we are feeding them on the sides only, not at the center part. So maybe because of that there is a size variation. There are shrimps which is the growth is more than 20 gram in this pond. So today is the 60th day of the culture, and probably we are going to harvest 90 to 100 days. So on we are planning to harvest it July 10th to 20th. During that period we are going to harvest, and then we can see what is the average weight of this body weight of this venom shrimps. Now let me show you some of the bigger ones. So I'll show you. So last time my brother, my cousin, he was saying that he caught around 25 gram of shrimp. So you can see it here, this shrimp body weight is 16 gram. Okay, so that is the size variation. On an average you can say the average body weight of these shrimps are between 10 to 12 gram. So this shrimp is 12 gram, you can see it here, and we'll want to put one more. This is another the 14 gram. So on an average the average weight you can consider 10 to 12 gram so far. So we had a stock roughly 80,000 to 1 lakh pieces in this pond, and so far the growth is average growth of the venomous shrimps is 10 to 12 grams on an average. So considering, if you consider 80,000 pieces live in this pond, that means so far the current biomass of the shrimp is roughly 800 kilogram in this pond. So and feed, we have given feed close to 550 grams so far. So sorry, 550 kg so far. Okay, and we are expecting from this pond roughly 1.5 ton to 2 ton biomass from this pond, and hope if everything goes smooth, then we can expect that after 90 days or 100 days of the culture. This venom shrimp culture is very challenging. Each day is a challenging day. It's not even the profit is it has good profit margin. The risk also is very high. So each and every day is a crucial in the shrimp culture, particularly in this venom shrimp culture. If any single water parameter get compromised for somehow, so they'll die. So this is a very high risk culture. So if you are planning for such a big project, then better you do a small pilot project. You gain that experience. Once you confident enough, then you go for such a large project. Never, if you do not have experience, okay, never plan for such a big project. Otherwise, it will be very risky. It's a highly profit making business. Also, it's a highly loss making business. Without having any proper information, you are not going to make money. So you need to have good technical information how to grow the shrimps. So then only you do such massive or large scale project. Now let me take you through the water parameters of this bifloc pond. As you know that I am growing these venomous shrimps in fresh water, maintaining at a very minimum salinity, that is 2 ppt salinity I am maintaining using the raw salt. The pH level I am maintaining at between 8 to 8.5. The alkalinity between 250 to 270 range. The dissolved oxygen range I am maintaining between 7 to 9, and the ammonia nitrite is all the time 0. So I never have any issues related to ammonia. It's all the time 0 throughout my culture. The way I do the culture is a bit differently. I never exchange any water, not even a single drop, from my culture tank. The same water I'm using again and again without having any issues. So these are the basic water parameters I have set in this pond. If you have any queries related to water parameters or anything I skipped, please do let me know on the comment section. Definitely I'm going to report you back as earliest as possible. Now let's discuss about the financial part of this project, that is investment, and what is the expectation from this project. I have segregated into 3 parts, that is fixed investment, operational investment, and total income from this project. Under the fixed investment, the pond construction was 30,000 Indian rupees. Pond liner setup was 3 lakh Indian rupees. Aeration system was 1.5 lakh Indian rupees. I bought the second hand, the old 20 kVA diesel generator that cost me roughly around 3 lakh Indian rupees, and other expenses it was roughly around 2.5 lakh rupees. So total investment was roughly 10 to 11 lakh for this project. Okay. So under the operational investment, the culture period will be 90 days period. Under this 90 days period, the Venom shrimp I bought around 1.5 lakh seeds. That cost me around 60,000 rupees. That means 40 paisa per seed. I'm expecting 2-ton production from this project during this 90 days period. If I consider FCR as 1, FCR means feed conversion ratio. To get 1 kg of shrimp biomass, I need 1 kg of feed. Considering FCR as 1, I need 2 ton of feed for this entire 90 days period. So 2 ton feed will cost me around 1.7 lakh Indian rupee. That means 85,000 per ton. Electricity, I'm using the agriculture line, so per month it cost me around 2000 rupees. So for 3 months, 90 days, it will cost me 6000 rupees. Diesel, I'm considering 10,000 per month in case there is a power outage, and that much diesel will be used. So I never use that much of diesel, but considering 10,000 for this diesel for each month. Okay, so 30,000 for 90 days period. Manpower, 10,000 per month as a salary. For 90 days it will be 30,000 Indian rupees. So total operational investment will be roughly 3 lakh rupees as a operational investment during this 90 days period. Now let's see what is the total income from this project. So expected production will be around 2 ton during this 90 days period, and expected growth is 20 gram. So for 20 gram per ton price will, market price will be average 3.5 lakh rupees. You can easily get it, and totally expected production will be in Indian rupees 7 lakh. So during this 90 days period, if you are able to produce 2 ton of biomass of 25 gram shrimp body weight, then the for 2 ton you will be getting around 7 lakh Indian rupees. So if you include total fixed investment plus operational investment, so total investment will be around 13 to 14 lakh rupees. Okay, and for in 90 days period you are getting around 7 lakh rupees. That means you are recovering around 50% of your investment in a phos culture. That means total ROI will be around 200 days. So that means within 2 culture you are getting your return of investment. So these are all the expectation and the theoretical part of it. And doing the culture it definitely is challenging. It's not that easy or simple. The stream culture is definitely critical thing. Every day very micro level management is required. If you do a single mistake or any compromise, your culture will be gone and you will make huge losses. The stream culture definitely it is good business model, but it's a highly risk involved in it. Unless until you have proper knowledge, good information about the culture, you should not do it. So that is my experience during this 2 years time. So I have been studying, I am doing the research on this culture since last 2 years. Okay, it's a very risky business. If you do not have proper information, I would request you not to start a big project. Do a small one. Once you feel your expertise, then go for the commercial level. Now it's time for Q&A session. Here I'll be answering all of your common questions that you people have posted in my previous video comment section. Okay. So mostly the people are interested to know what is the total investment that I have done in this project. So which I have already shared. The second question many people ask, why there is no drainage system. So the way I do the culture, I never exchange any water from my system. So same water I'm using again and again. For that reason I have not installed drainage system in my pond, because I'm not going to drain out the water. Say I'm going to treat the water and reuse the same water again and again. That's the reason I never put any drainage system in my pond. How frequently you are exchanging the water from the pond? So I never exchange any water throughout the culture. the same water I'm using in the entire culture, and after once the culture is over, I'll be treat those that water and reuse the same water again and again. So I never going to throw that water. So there is no question of exchanging water in my the way I do the culture. So how you are going to manage the sludges? So I never manage the sludges, or I never take out the sludges during my culture. Neither I have any issues related to the ammonia or nitrate. So I never manage sludges. I only manage sludges once the I do the culture or do the harvest. Then only I'll manage sludges. Or in between during the culture, I never manage sludges. Okay. So I hope you got the answer. The last question: how you are going to manage the rainfall in case there is a heavy rainfall happens? How you are going to manage your pond? So if you have seen my pond, there is an outlet above 5 feet. If there is heavy rainfalls happen above and the water level reaches above 5 feet, so definitely the water will excess water will get into that drain pipe, and it will maintain the height of 5 feet. And periodically I do monitor my the water parameters in case of there is any dilution or any mineral concentration or any such dilution happen, like salinity goes low or any mineral deficiency happens. I do monitor all those things, and once the rain stops, then I literally fix those parameters. Okay, so I have a record at what level I have to maintain all these water parameters. I know that, so accordingly I later on I fix those things. Okay friends, these are the few common questions people have asked in my previous video comment section. I hope I have answered all of those questions. Still, if I have missed or skipped anything, please do let me know on the comment section. I'll try to respond to you as soon as possible. I'll keep you posted for my next update. Till then, bye bye, take care, and have a good day. Thank you so much.